What is going on, guys? Today we are looking at all of the World Cup heroes we got released yesterday. Honestly, some of them look absolutely fantastic. We've used a good portion of them already. We actually went really hard on them yesterday, so we've used quite a few, and obviously we have used pretty much most of the heroes in general. So we're looking at some upgrades. Some of them are only a +1. We have got some that are +4. I think there is a +4 there, and obviously there is a couple that have kind of just stayed not very relevant. And yes, I am talking about Crouch. So he's going to be the first one in here. Honestly, I like the card if I can find him, to be honest. He is here. With him, he's a nice card, and I do appreciate that he is very nostalgic in terms of what he brings to the game. But unfortunately, in terms of value of actually winning a match, he really just doesn't do anything for me. He's going to be the first card in the B tier for me. Honestly, there's a reason why I think he's coming in at about 18,000 coins already. We have got another player like that, and again, he's going to come in a little bit on the underwhelming side, and that's going to be Campos. I don't know if his height really has that massive thing to do with him, but coming in at 5'7" as a keeper, I don't know what it is. It just doesn't work. I don't know if it is the height, which I would put it down to that. And again, that's just dependent on all of the Travellas that you've got now. Just natural animations that just seem to go completely over him. That it just is what it is. Again, I do like all of these cards. I think they're so sick with the Marvel theme. It's something different in the game. We've not seen it before. There is obviously a couple years contract with this, so I believe we should get some type of Marvel design next year as well. I would have really liked to maybe had like even if it's not World Cup, but at least Marvel style kits. Again, just something easy. Give it for free. Don't make us pay an 83 rated squad for it. But again, that would have been pretty sick to add into the game. I don't know about licensing, but that would be a really cool idea as well. Then we move into one of my favorite cards so far of using. Saeed is just an absolute gem. He's now coming in at a whopping 606,000 coins. So the kind of roller coaster with this card is, we reviewed him yesterday. He was coming in at about 450. After the review, he went up to about 540 to 560. He then in the night dropped to about, I want to say dropped to about 510, 500-ish. Now he's back up at 580, 600. This card is the premium of S-types. He is absolutely unreal. If you have not used him, if you can get a loan, if you can get a draft with him, give him a go and see if he fits your team, because he is absolutely exceptional. He has got the 4-star, 4-star. The pace is maxed out. You've obviously got the controlled on him, which is just absolutely perfect. People are saying Deadeye would be the chem style for him. 94 shooting, 90 passing. Already got the dribbling. Little bit of physicality, nothing crazy, but what a card this guy is. Next up is Lundberg, another card that we've used. We'll just put him up here so you can kind of get to grips with him. Again, a nice upgrade from 86 to 88. He is still left mid. He can be left mid, right mid, and left wing. Nice little cheeky upgrade and positions there. A 4-star, 4-star again. He is in the Prem also, and again, he is another nice card. I think depending on who you used to in your wingers will depend how much you like him or not. I personally liked him with the Hunter on. I think it worked really well. Kept him controlled on his work rates with his accelerate. Gives him the 98 pace as well as the 91 shooting. And he did wonders from that mid. Absolutely burning out Mendy. Absolutely burning out Varane as well, I think it was, in terms of centre-backs. The crossing was nice, passing was good, shooting was efficient. I think just a very, very standard, nice card that you can get. And he's only coming in at 93,000 coins, so he has actually gone up a little bit in value. I think for me, in terms of what you can get for 90,000 coins, he's definitely in a good category. There is still players that you can get for cheaper, but I do think, from my personal experience with him, he was a very good card, and I'm going to put him in the AS. Papin is next, the 90 rated striker. We've got him here. He's coming in with the 85 pace, having just a 1 upgrade from obviously his normal hero card. No upgrades on the skill move or weak foot, still coming in with a 3-star, 4-star. We've got very good shooting on him as always, and then obviously the pace is it's getting there. It is getting there. I think you could argue a couple of positions for him. I think the best one that everybody's going for is going to be that engine, and that is all then down to, do you like explosive or not? It'll give him 89 pace, 89 dribbling, as well as 78 passing. Personally, we tried him controlled with the Hunter. Obviously, it maxes out that shooting as much as possible, but then also gives him the 93 pace to keep him going, and it worked really well for him. I think the shooting wise was very consistent. Dribbling was good. Definitely the agility side of stuff was very nice from him, and the pace definitely did its job. I would recommend definitely having 2 players with him. 5'9", not necessarily the greatest amount of strength in terms of a striker, so he will have that kind of ups and downs of whether he can deal with the defenders or not. But I still think a solid striker going into that AS. Mascherano. So we've got a beautiful card here, and this is what makes the centre-back from the hero so good, because this guy has now been transformed into a CDM. This is the position I absolutely love him at, because he's 5'9". He's got a little bit of pace. He's had a 2 upgrade from the previous one, just a 1 upgrade on the overall. But he is now in CDM, which obviously, because he has that position, the centre-back from the hero could be CDM as well. So this card can be centre-back. Also, I would definitely recommend the CDM role. I think he does absolute wonders there. If we're looking at what sort of chem style, I think, as always, with the lengthy meta in play, Anchor is going to be the one. 82 pace, 95 defending, 92 physical, with the 4-star weak foot, which is always perfect. Turns him into a 91 DM. He most definitely is a very, very good player for the 187k that you can buy him for. So for me, I personally think for 187, I could definitely get a CDM of that sort of cost and be that sort of level. So I'm going to go AS, but in terms of if you didn't have any price on him, I'd definitely be looking at the S. Ricardo Calvoya is next. I'm hoping Carvalho. Yeah, Ricardo Carvalho. I'm pretty sure how you pronounce it. 205k, a controlled, lengthy with architect centre-back. Unfortunately, is not going to really hit them kind of levels for me. His centre-back for the Portuguese league, I think, always lengthy with the architect as well. Unfortunately, that is just not going to cut it at this point. For 205k, he will be a good centre-back in terms of his ability. We have got the 92 defending. With the architect, we get the 81 passing, 91 physical, but only having the 80 pace will only get you so far. The lengthy will definitely give him so he's usable, but if you're going against the Virgils, the Rudigers, the Militaos, anybody with lengthy already who can then go and put a shadow on, the pace is just going to be nowhere near. We've said this with a load of icon centre-backs. When you've only got the 80 pace and the architect is the only way to get lengthy, you're missing out on that +8 on that defended. Even if you could get Anchor, 84, 97, 88 would be perfect. But the shadow would be where it's at with 98 defending, 88 pace. If that was to be lengthy, that would be a centre-back worth getting, in my opinion. I think if you're buying this card right now, compared to all the other golds, the specials, anything like that, this guy is mainly just for that dynamic. We will still put him in A because I do think he will give you that defensive ability. But for 205k, he is not the most efficient for that price. Park Ji-sung is up next. Again, I absolutely love this card. The dynamic on him is incredible. We'll just put him there for a second. He is a beautiful card. Unfortunately, didn't get an upgrade on that skill move. He's still a 3-star, 4-star, which is a bit unfortunate. Has moved into the cam though, so he can now be right mid, left wing, and a cam. So he's got many positions you can go with. He looks a very well-rounded card. Everything's above 80, which is always perfect. Just a +1 from obviously his 86 left mid. So we've got an 87 now. In terms of the chem styles, we're looking at explosive or controlled. No chance of being lengthy, which is fine. People are saying shadow or hunter, depending on how you want to use him. Personally, the Shadow Hunter is definitely the one because you get the 94 pace on both, which is perfect. With the Shadow, you get the 87 defending, but with the Hunter, you'd get 86 shooting. Personally, for me, I would probably, judging from what you get from the shooting, I feel like the Shadow would be better to keep him almost as like that box-to-box. But you know he can still have maybe a shot or two, and there's going to be better players in front of him that you're probably going to prefer having the shots. Whereas the defending side of stuff, you don't necessarily need top end, you just need a good base of it. So I'd probably go Shadow with that centre mid sort of role, really. So overall, we're going to put him in the A. I think he's coming in at 288, so a good price. Again, there's going to be more out there, and we're going to see how these kind of cards differ in price as we go through, but a solid card and a solid upgrade. Dirk Kuyt is up next. So we've got 315k worth of a right mid here. Again, a nice upgrade, a double upgrade from his base, which which is a cam at 86. It's coming in at 313k. The base is coming in at 63k, but he has moved now to the Prem. Centre mid, cam, and right mid are the positions you can go with, and the stats look nice. I think definitely if you've got like a right wing or something here, you'd be looking at a very top end sort of card. A 4-star, 3-star, I don't know if he's had an upgrade. He's had a skill move upgrade of +1, and he is controlled all the way through. The chem style people are going for 36 votes are on that engine, mainly because we do need a bit of more balance, which makes sense. We've already got the 90 shooting, which is going to do absolute perfect stuff there. We'll get 91 pace, 89 passing, 91 dribbling as well, which I think is absolutely brilliant. This card definitely coming in very nice in terms of that AS. Harry Kewell, what a card. I absolutely love. I want to say he was my first hero doing a review on, and he was an absolute stunning card. The left wing was beautiful. We now move inside with a +1. Centre forward, cam, left mid, left wing is where you can put him. So you've still got them alternative positions to move him back on that wing if you really wanted to, but then also as well to whack him as that centre forward if you wanted him in a very attacking position, which definitely for me, this card has got to be. He has had an upgrade on the weak foot to make him a 4-star, 4-star. He is left-footed, so the Travellas from the left-hand side would be beautiful. The chem style people are going 21 votes on Sniper, and then the second one is going to be Hawk. So a Sniper would make him controlled with 92 shooting, 90 dribbling, 76 physical, and a Hawk would give you 95 pace, 93 shooting, and 75 physical. In terms of the dribbling, we've got a very nice amount already. Shooting would be upgraded quite nicely. Little bit of pace, which is perfect. He's got the passing, bit of physical. This guy is coming in at 415k, and he is going straight to the top of the list on that S tier. Going on to some of the heavy hitters now with Diego Forlan. What a card. 921,000 coins. The card looks good. The card looks a very nice upgrade, going from an 88 to a 91, so a 3+ upgrade. The first one we've looked at, and in general the card genuinely looks really nice. He's not got the lengthy aspect, but mainly is controlled. He is now the 4-star, 4-star. The pace is increased to 90. We've got the 94 shooting, and we've got the 90 dribbling. It's a very good start with no chem styles. People are saying the engine is a must, which I think I could agree with. We've already got very top end shooting, so you get the 94 pace, which is an extra 4. You get the dribbling up to 94 as well, and you get a bit of passing. I think this card is definitely screaming at an S tier. I do think maybe you'll find that some people won't use him well and some people will, depending on how they kind of work with this card. The controlled, the average body type means that you kind of need the hold up, as well as maybe looking at them runs where he's not necessarily going toe-to-toe with a centre-back, but I do think in front of goal, he is going to be absolutely magic, and he's got to go in that S. Voler. So, this card is gonna be stunning. We have used his base card now for a few games. He's had a double upgrade from his 89. We got the Voler in the last hero upgrade on the second account, and what a stunning card. This card I am excited to get going. 1.038 mil. He looks brilliant. In fact, we're going to just bring him up here to talk about him. We can't put him in that B. He is always going to be that S. He is a 3-star, 4-star, so unfortunately no upgrades there. It would have been really nice to get a 4-4 with him. He is controlled all the way through. People, again, are going for that engine. I do think a lot of people are just going for engine just for agility balance. There is no other reason. Like, you could easily go with a Hunter and just be absolutely buzzing with a 98 pace, 97 shooting. He's already got the 91 agility, 80 balance, so you have got a good base of that still. You do just get the +8 on that balance, which will do himself a service. You get the 95 pace still, and he's already got the 96 finishing and 97 shot power. So having a +3 and a +2 is not necessarily going to do crazy amounts to his shooting. So I do agree with that engine. It just seems to be that every card at the moment is just engine, engine, engine. So definitely check out. You've got a lot of them chem styles, but a stunning card nonetheless. He's got the whole package, and definitely one of the better ones in terms of a striker. Now on to Lucio, the 90 rated centre-back, just a +1 for him. And again, another stunning centre-back that you can get. 1.222 mil. incredible stuff from him. Honestly, what a fantastic card. He is lengthy on the base. The Shadow is what you want, or the Anchor, to be fair, either or. I think Shadow's always going to be the better choice there to get the 91 pace, 98 defending, already having the physicals, which is nice. He's got a bit of agility, a little bit of balance, nothing too crazy, and he's got a bit of short passing, which again is what we're seeing now with these centre-backs getting higher and higher rating. We're starting to now get more passing, more dribbling, and that is what we want to see. He comes in as a 95 rated centre-back with a Shadow, and definitely one of the endgame centre-backs that we'll see in Lucio. And I think everybody ordering or getting that pre-order pack wanted this card. He is Yaya Toure. What a stunner. We used his card, I think, about midway through doing the hero reviews. 87 rated, so we've had the double upgrade. We've had 4 on the pace, 2 on the shooting, passing, physical, and defending, and a 3 on the dribbling. And he's gone up to 2.42 mil. A stunning card. Honestly, love the dynamic. I think it blends really, really well with the card as well. The green cape with obviously the Ivory Coast colours. It's just a stunning card. I think everybody would agree this is going to be the one card you want. If you've got a Hullet, Vieira, and Yaya Toure hero in your team, there's just no point. You may as well stop, because that is going to be a trio of all trios. He is lengthy on the base, so that is just going to be stunning. Everybody is obviously going for that Shadow. 90 pace, 89 defending. We've got incredible physicals, great passing, dribblings at a top end. He's got shooting. It turns him into a 91 CDM or 91 CM. So this card is just, it's S tier all over. He is the #1 spot, and I think everybody can say they would want a Yaya Toure in their team. Landon Donovan then. These are basically now the final few that obviously are not in packs at the moment. These are technically these Team 2 upgrade, so we can get these from the pre-order packs and you can use them in drafts, but there is no way of packing them, I don't believe. And I believe there may be a couple to be added in objectives. I think we've got the leak of Robbie Keane, I want to say, and then obviously we haven't got no Abidi Pele, we haven't got no Ginola, so they could be ones added as objectives, SBCs, or some that come out as brand new. We don't know yet. We've obviously not seen any more, because I believe Lundberg wasn't technically going to come out, and the dynamic they're using for him is the same as when they announced these cards as heroes in the first place last year. Same with Campos as well. But Landon Donovan, he's gone up a double upgrade from his 86 to an 88. Right mid, obviously all positions still with the cams, centre forward, striker, and now obviously a right mid as well. We've got good pace, great shooting, passing's okay, dribbling's decent. It actually looks a solid upgrade. 3 on the pace, 4 on the shooting, 2 on the defending and passing, and the dribbling, and 3 on the physical as well. So a solid upgrade. Explosive in most, controlled in a couple. In terms of the chemistry style, people are going Hawk or an Engine, obviously. So if we go with the Hawk, you get the 96 pace, 95 shooting, 77 physical. With the Engine, it will keep him explosive, which on the right mid could work quite well. 96 pace, 88 passing, 92 dribbling. So again, depending on what you want, that is definitely 2 chem styles worth looking at. And I think for me, he'd be looking at probably, I'd say the A tier, maybe the AS, depending on how he really does feel in game. But I think A is a nice safe bet. Smolarek is next. We've got the 88 Polish striker having a double upgrade of himself. Obviously another one that's not coming in as a price, but we've had a nice upgrade all round. 3 pace, 5 shooting, 2 on everything else, and he is going to be controlled throughout. So there is no other explosive or lengthy with him. And I think chem style wise, people are going with the Hawk again, looking for a bit more on that pace and shooting, but also getting that physical down as well. We've got the 92 agility and 99 balance. The dribbling is just absolutely fine. You don't need to touch that at all, hence why we haven't got an Engine on this one. But having that nice little bit of shooting, pace and physical, because we don't necessarily need incredible passing. So this guy is 100% in that S. His price is definitely going to be quite a high one. I can already see that 100%. So we'll see when he comes out what sort of price we're looking at, and we'll try and get a review on him ASAP. Probably one of the top 5, I'd say. Marquisio is next with his 88 rated centre mid. He's had just a 1 upgrade, and honestly, this centre mid was beautiful. Still coming in at 600,000 coins. The 88, even though it would have been really nice to maybe get a double or triple upgrade on him, the 88 is still going to be phenomenal. We get the 4-star on him, so again, that's always perfect. We are going to be going with the controlled accelerate, as obviously there is only one with the explosive, and that's going to be the Shadow. 91 pace, 88 defending, dribbling's good, passing's good, physicals are solid. We come in as a 89 CDM. He's just going to be absolutely perfect, but will cost you a pretty penny. I can imagine at least over 1.2 mil at the start. Capdevia. So we've got the 88 left back. He's got a double upgrade from a 72,000 coin 86 left back. And we've had some upgrades. We've had 6 on the pace, which is always perfect. 2 on everything else, bar from dribbling, that got a +3. In terms of his kind of work, we've now got the anchor that you can be lengthy. I think that was the same with his normal one, but we have got the anchor. So again, that can be 94 pace, 92 defending, 87 physical with the lengthy. That is going to be very good. If you've seen the review on Theo Hernandez, we noticed that Theo, Capdevia, and Mendy were the only ones that could be lengthy and are worth a certain value. For me, that's going to be absolutely incredible. Depending on what price he comes in at, if you're looking anything under 200, I think this card is definitely a winner right there. We've got the dribbling, not necessarily the greatest agility balance, but I think that lengthy is going to carry him through, and I think definitely could be in that S tier in terms of left backs. JJ Okocha, what a card. 89 rated. We don't actually have a previous version of him, which I don't get why. I'm pretty sure we did, but I don't know. We've got no comparisons there. We have got explosive or controlled with an architect. People are saying to go with the hunter on him because he can be a right mid striker or cam. So if you do whack the hunter on him, we get a whopping 96 pace, 91 shooting. Dribbling's already top end. Passing's good. Nothing really on the physical. I would probably recommend more of a striker than anything. He is a 5-star, 4-star as well, so he's definitely going to be a big price right there. Just thinking what you could actually kind of get away with. The 99 acceleration, 94 sprint speed is very nice. It depends on how well you deal with the explosive. If he is as good as he say he is and the price is kind of right, I think, again, he could be in the S tier at the moment. Nakata, what a card. We've got the 88 cam. Again, no previous version, which I'm pretty sure these cards did exist. Let me have a look, because I'm pretty sure we did have a Nakata. We do. Do we? We do. 125k. So Okocha, in fact, let's have a quick look at him before we go back. So Okocha had an 88, yeah. I don't get why it's not coming up as like the next online for him. So it must be that they've just added them in differently. But Okocha, 444k. So yeah, this card's going to be very expensive. He's going to be probably at least a mil to start with, no doubt. In terms of Nakata, we had an 87 rated card, which was a cam. Obviously, as a +1. We've had a bit of an upgrade. We've had 2 pace, 2 shooting, 1 passing, and 1 dribbling. Nothing too crazy on the physical updates, but again, a nice card nonetheless. And if we have a look back at his normal versions, then we have got a whopping, if I can find them again, Nakata, we've got a 4-star, 4-star, and he's stayed the same. I thought he might have had an upgrade. But in terms of what you can go with him, he is explosive with Artist Engine finisher, and everything else is controlled. Nothing lengthy with him, as we know. People are saying Shadow, which, again, I can see, but I just don't see why you'd want to. Gets the pace upgrade, but 71 defending is not going to really cut it for him. He's definitely going to be all attack or nothing, so I'd probably be looking at more the hunter, if anything. 95 pace, 91 shooting. Dribbling's already nice in 87. Passing's already good at 86. We don't need the physical. We don't need the defending, because being 63 and 67, no matter how much you put on him, it's not going to be enough to make him viable as a centre mid. Use him as he kind of is. Cam centre mid. Go with that cam. Get him attacking. Even put him on the wing if you need to. In-game, obviously. And I think he definitely could give you a little bit of a service. So for that, we're going to stick in that A. Brolin is next. Hand experience from this guy. He is an 89 rated striker. He's my pre-order pack, which, again, is a solid card. We have actually had both versions of him as well. We've got an 87 and an 89 in the club, which is always useful, obviously. But in terms of this card, he's had a nice double upgrade. I don't think he's had anything on the skill move and weak foot's still the same at the 4-star, 3-star. He is mainly controlled with the architect, everything else with the explosive. So I personally used him with the controlled, as I personally prefer that. But again, I've seen people use now the explosive, and it seems a hell of a lot better than what it was. For me, to start with, I used the hero card, and he just wasn't it. I don't know what it was. I just couldn't use him. He wouldn't work. And I don't know if it was down to the explosive being being a little bit broken. We've used this guy with controlled now, and honestly, what a fantastic striker he is. He's definitely going in that AS. Can imagine he will come in at a pretty penny, probably at least about 500 to start with, and probably drops anywhere between 250 and 400. I can imagine. I would lean towards more the 250, 300, but definitely with these prices, we'll have to wait and see how packable they really are. But he's staying in that AS, solid card. Sydney Govou, a beautiful cam, just a one upgrade from him, but he's got cam, right mid, centre forward and striker, still a 4-star. He has got the explosive with the artist engine and finisher again. Everything else is going to be controlled. People are looking for him to be that engine, and I can imagine he's going to be more of a striker than anything. He is obviously, again, another Team 2 card. With the engine, you get the 94 pace, 94 dribbling, 88 passing. I would argue that if you are looking more as a striker, I would probably put a bit more finishing on him if possible, which is where the Hunter really comes into things. We'll keep him controlled, 98 pace, 96 shooting. I think that personally would be my move if he's a striker, and he'd definitely be coming in that S category for me. And finally, Marquez. He is the CDM/centre-back for the Mexican League, and in this one, I believe he has moved to La Liga, which I think was he for both? Yeah, it was for both. So he has always been La Liga. I didn't know if he was in the Mexican League as well. In terms of the CDM, we've got an okay card. I would probably definitely go with Mascherano personally, just because obviously with Marquez, maybe not necessarily incredibly taller, but still 6 foot. I would probably still prefer a centre-back from him. You can go with the Shadow, get the, what would it be, the 86 pace, 97 defending, already getting the 89 physicals. For me, because his agility balance is not necessarily up there, I'd probably go more for a centre-back if anything. He would be a 93 rated centre-back that is lengthy, and I think most definitely would come in that AS, and especially because I can imagine his price won't be that expensive, probably less than 200 I could imagine once he drops out. But that is going to be it. So that is our tier list for all the World Cup heroes. We might have a couple more to come soon, so I'll leave them in the comments if they do come. Obviously with Keane, I know he's an SBC, but we don't know when he's coming out. But again, some stunning cards in this World Cup heroes. Obviously prices are up and down depending on what you're looking at. Obviously with a Voler, with a Lucio, they're coming in at millions, but we do have some very good ones from between 100 to 300 if you are looking to add to your team. But that is going to be it. Let me know down below if you would put these in different positions on this ranking tier list, and hopefully we do get some nice new ones coming in very soon. Would love a World Cup hero Ginola. But if you did enjoy the video, make sure you like and subscribe. Check the videos on the left, and I catch you all for the next one.